This is Queen Tans.
And this is Coop.
And this is the Uplift Us podcast. Yes, sir. Coopers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 1. This is our first podcast episode. So what we're going to do today, this episode tonight, if you're watching tonight, we're going to introduce ourselves and tell you a bit of our background story, how we met, and also how we started our mental health journey, which led us to Uplift Us.
Yes, and then we're going to touch on some current events that's happening, and then we're going to wrap it up with some Uplift Us highlights. We definitely want to shout out some small business owners as well. Yes, sir.
So, babe, we've been together a total of 8 years. Been married
That's
for
crazy,
2.
bro.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
What a blessing.
I know.
Nobody else. So been together about a total of 8 years. Been married for 2 years. We had anniversary about 3 weeks ago.
Yes. Wait, before you say that, I wanted to show y'all we went to like a paint and sip.
Oh, great segue, by the way.
Yes. This is mine.
Okay.
One thing we do, we love to paint.
Love to paint. We have an art wall. We'll show y'all that eventually.
I know it's backwards to y'all, but
yeah. So that's hers. Look, hers looks so great. Look at mine. This is mine right here.
Yours look good too, though. Yeah.
This is a background. This is a sun. This is a clouds. This is all that. This is our picture right here. This is the setting right here also. So definitely great. Definitely had a good time.
Yeah. So you are in a relationship, get out and do some fun things. Get out, paint. Whatever. Just do some fun stuff.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we've been blessed to tell our story together and separate, as far as magazines, as far as books, as far as podcasts, as far as interviews and all that. How our mental health journey, how we met. Now let's take the audience down on a quick ride. Let's tell the audience how we met. And part 1 of our powerful story, because we're going to give y'all little adjustable bites just to have y'all keep coming back.
So I feel like everybody don't know the whole
full details of our story.
So we'll be giving y'all a little piece by piece every time we do our podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So how do we meet?
Got you. So this time, this is 2017. I believe this is the fall of 2017. And my old coworker, at the time I was a personal trainer part-time, and I was going to train her. I was like, okay, cool. And the schedules kept getting mixed up or whatever the case may be, right? So it was one day in particular, hey, I know somebody want to bring extra people. I'm like, cool. I'm like, all right, whatever. Didn't pay no mind, because I'm just in the mind of just getting this money and actually help people out. So I remember this day like it was yesterday. I remember this Gold's Gym, the gym I still go to this day. Yeah. I remember going to the gym that particular day, and I remember what I had on. I remember what she had on. She had braids. She had a white shirt. She had black leggings, looking so goddamn good. To the point where, like, I'm not gonna say a guy like that, but I'm my daddy's son. Like, I'm cool. I can handle my own. So it's one of those things where I go to introduce myself. Hi, my name was Coop. I introduced myself to everybody else. I was cool. Bam, got your name. And I introduced myself to this one right here. I go, hi, my name. Oh, and when I tell you, my mind just went blank. Like I instantly saw this energy. Like this he's so gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, I got nervous, y'all. I got nervous to the point where we were working out, and I'm showing everybody what to do. All right, you do it like this. Okay, yeah. Your form is wrong. I remember she looked at me. She was in her preacher curls. She goes, am I doing this right? I'm like, yes, you are.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you are. You're doing
hilarious.
Everything right. You can take my heart and my soul. My gosh.
So when I came into the gym and I met him, soon as I got there, pretty much, he had told us to hold on because he had to go to the back. So he walked by and we were about to get introduced to him. He was like, "Hold on, give me a minute." I was like, "Who is that? What is that?" I did a whole 360 turn. Like, what's his name? Yeah. he go ahead caught my attention. You know what I'm saying? So um, once that happened, I no, we was kept seeing each other a little bit,
Yeah,
pretty
we did.
much,
Yeah.
at school and stuff like that. And then I asked your number.
You have in my DM.
Oh yeah, I hopped in your DMs on Instagram, and I was like, can you give me a meal plan? I ain't really on a meal plan for real. To this day, we still working on getting that meal plan, but
We do have it actually.
okay,
We do have it.
yeah.
We do have it, and
Maybe I just didn't see it.
we're actually following it. She's been modest. She's following her meal plan. I'm following mine. Yeah, so
That's true.
she does have it.
That's fair. um, but after that, hopped in his DM, and then we exchanged numbers. Then we just started talking.
Yep.
From there. So that's how that happened, and it was just a lot of getting to know each other. At the end of the day, we were strictly friends.
Yeah.
And I felt like at the time, I was just in the place of not wanting to get in a relationship because I had already got my feelings hurt. And so I was pretty much like, 2018, like I'm about to be single, like I'm a single shit, like I'm not doing all that, like nah. But God also showed me that He was my husband before we even got together, and God was just like, you was praying the wrong prayer. You know what I'm saying? You was praying the wrong prayer. So I had to go back and re-pray a different prayer, because I was focused more on the materialistic stuff of a person, but not the inner of that person, And so God was like, don't mess up on your husband trying to be over here. You know what I'm saying? Get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? When you got somebody in front of you, this is in the beginning stage. We were just friends anyway. We weren't even together. So God was already kind of showing me that as we was building our friendship up. We was friends for a whole year.
Yep.
Just strictly just friends. I had moved back to Detroit for a little minute, and we was long distance. And I feel like God knew I was fast, so God was like, "You not about to be around him. You about to be in a whole other state. You have to get on a plane to go see him, okay? Because my child, fast." So. And that was just a blessing. As for like us having doing the long distance and going back and forth and being able to see each other. It was just such a great experience. And I always tell them, like, I'm just blessed to have a husband that is genuine to his core in who he is as a person. I'm like, no matter what happened between us or anything, ups, downs, whatever, like who you are at your core, you are a genuine person. And you are an upstanding man, and trustworthy, and I appreciate that, and it's just who you are as a person. So this journey has been it's been great, to be honest. Like, it's been great. We have challenges, which any relationship will have also, and we also have great communication. Facts. But I don't get too much deep to everything else. Just want to give y'all a little bit of something.
Let me just say my part where she was spraying too. Again, she mentioned that we was long distance. She was in Detroit. I was in Maryland.
Yeah.
So we talked back and forth every single day. We literally never looked each other in the eye.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird. Like, I think we was on Facebook Messenger because I had an Android at the time. I was Team Android.
Mm-hmm.
So we always look at the ceiling, look at the sky, like never look each other in the mirror. It was one day in particular, we looked in the mirror. This is like November of 2017, I think. And I remember looking at you for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, we had a whole moment. Like we stared each other in the eyes for
complete silence. And as she mentioned, but like a few minutes ago, about how God told her that I was her husband, I'm having the exact same moment. God is telling me, this is your wife. Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. Do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. And I remember having this moment, and I was like, I ain't gonna mess this up. And you know how you think it's something, and you just say it out loud. She's like, huh? I was like, nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
But I already had heard you. I was trying to act like I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I heard you say it.
To the point where she was on point. She's like, so when I'm going to see you, get your calendar. Got the calendar out. We saw each other every single month.
Yeah.
did not miss a beat. Sometimes
Mhm.
she paid, sometimes I paid.
Yep.
Um, we didn't miss a beat. So at the time, I was in a position where I was really just cold because I've been hurt so many times, cold because I put myself in positions where I don't need to be in, to be honest.
Mhm.
And it's not a thing of playing the victim. Sometimes you know better.
Mhm.
Sometimes you see the red flags, and
Mhm.
sometimes you ignore the red flags because you're just looking visually. So that's how I was, and I really wasn't affectionate at the time. I was so guarded.
Yeah.
When I tell you, she had to pull layers and layers and layers, and just how she said that I'm a genuine person. She is definitely a genuine person. And
Say one
what's
thing.
up?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I necessarily had to pull layers. To be honest, I told you it took the right woman to pull certain things out of you, and for me, vice versa.
Yeah.
As a husband, right? So it was a thing of like now you had safe space to fully be who you are. So I didn't have to pull nothing. You know what I'm saying? We created the safe space, and I feel like that's why I'm so big on safe spaces. And I'm sure the same for you,
Yes.
that that allowed us to be vulnerable and have conversations, and good conversations and uncomfortable conversations, and things like that, is important in relationships that people miss because people are so stuck on a superficial relationship that really does not exist. So it took the right woman, and also you were open, I was open,
True.
even though I was like, at one point, I'm like, I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out because I'm like, I don't
I
know about
remember.
this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull out. Anybody together, just getting real nervous about it, just getting into something and trying to be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, just like, um, and so yeah, I just want to add that. So it's not like you came broken because you weren't. You feel what I'm saying? You
Thank you.
definitely was not. You know what I'm saying? You had all your own stuff going for yourself anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And of course, everybody got other goals that we want to achieve anyway. That's just anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't a thing for me of like looking at potential. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was already on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You had your own place. You know what I'm saying? So you had already doing that before we met. You feel what I'm saying? And that was important to me. You know what I mean? And the fact that I came down here, I didn't have a job. Yeah, I had a degree. I was in the school for my second degree, but I didn't have a job when I moved out here.
Yeah.
And he took care of me like the whole time that I didn't have a job. He did not press me out about money, about this, that, make sure I got my nails done, stuff like that. Like I said, just being very thoughtful in that process that he didn't even have to, if he didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Um, we still was together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in situations like that, always really reveal people true colors and real intentions, and really show somebody's really down for you or not. Because at the end of the day, life is not it's not all about ups. And when them downs come, at that the and I
Yeah.
don't want to call them downs, but like when life really hits you, like real life situations, that really can tell me a person's character. And depending on how you move will determine if I'm gonna still move forward and mess with you or not, based off how you moving.
Solid point. And you know what, too? I love about too. Our foundation it was built on trust, and
Mm-hmm.
foundation was built on respect to this day. And
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, of course, there no relationship is perfect, no marriage is
Mm-hmm.
perfect. There are times where we get upset with each other, but in the day, it goes back to the single foundation that was built. To the
Absolutely.
one conversation that we had at the time, we were just friends.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, let me tell you something. He said, I'm big on respect. I said,
Mm-hmm.
me too. And she said, can I explain what that means? Sure, you can. I said, if we're going to be a relationship, you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to curse at me. You're not going
Mm-hmm.
to yell at me. You're not going to play in my face. You're not going to be in other people's faces while we're talking to me. I'm like, bet, me too. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, this is the first time, to be totally honest, that I feel like I had someone say, these are my standards. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing the exact same thing. In the day, your relationship, what is your standards? Some people been together for like 40, 30 years, 10 years, or 15 years, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Build your standards, build your foundation. In the
Mm-hmm.
day, our foundation is still rock solid. In the day, this is my best friend at the same time.
For
This
sure.
is my road dog. This is my homie. You know what I'm saying? And I tell this all the time. And the fact that we can be raw and honest with each other is a is everything. And
Right.
sometimes raw and being honest with each other is not the easiest
It's
thing in the
it's
world.
it's very uncomfortable.
Yes, very
It's
uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable. But in being uncomfortable, that's how you discover new things about each other.
Yes,
That's how you continue to explore each other. That's how you continue to go deeper with each other when you are placed in uncomfortable positions, uncomfortable conversations.
solid.
And I'm talking about life uncomfortable. I'm not talking about going out and cheat and then it's uncomfortable. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and I also want not just women, but also men to know that
yeah.
um, you don't have to suffer in love to be loved.
Agreed.
Repeat that. You do not have to suffer in love. What does that mean? That means suffering is somebody cheating on you and you suffering and they mistreating you and you suffering and they finally say, oh, now I want to be with you. Now I want to, right? And now you're like, oh my God, finally. Like, you don't have to suffer in love to receive love. I've never had to suffer in love with this man ever in my life. I've done zero suffering. Okay.
Same. Zero.
Zero.
Zero. Zero.
Period.
Zero suffering.
Period.
Zero suffering.
So y'all stay tuned
Yes.
for more of the
Yes.
conversation
Yes.
around our relationship.
Yeah. That is when we give y'all like little snippets of
Yeah.
our love story because it's a big story. We haven't told this in like really in deep detail of how we got together,
Yeah.
how we got engaged, and how we got married, and where we at now. So,
Yeah.
as
Stay
the
tuned for the
episodes
next part.
continue to roll on, we continue to tell our story, continue to tell you how we got here.
Absolutely. So I do want to get into who we are because I think people don't,
Yes.
y'all probably don't know who we are individually together, what we do,
Mm-hmm.
what we about, period. All right. So kick it off. I'm from Detroit. I come from a single mom who has done a great job of raising 4 kids
Yes.
by herself.
Definitely.
Um, my father got killed at the age of 25. He was at a store. He was cashed $800 check. Somebody seen it. They ended up, when he came out, they ended up beating him with chains and 2x4s in the middle street. And that gas station is still, that store is still up to this day in Detroit. And he ended up pretty much passing out. He ended up dying because they hit him in the head and stuff like that. They end up catching him and they end up going to jail, stuff like that, all that stuff. But um, so yeah, my mom, she is a homeowner. She was the first one out of all her siblings to own property, which is really dope. She loved real estate, fixed them houses, and yeah, I've learned a lot from her with that. And I love that about my mama. She's
Mm-hmm.
a hairstylist also, so I've learned how to do my hair at the age of 8 years old. Learned how to braid at 8 because of my mom. I do my own hair. I do my own hair. Use that as a skill. So, I am a dancer. I've been dancing since the 5th grade. That is my passion. I'm an author. We both are authors as well, which he's going to explain also.
Mm-hmm.
We're an author. We were part of an anthology, one that was for men and one that was for women. We do have some couple of books left if I do some giveaways and stuff like that. And also we look to do more of authoring in the future as well. I am currently at Howard University
Yes.
for my PhD in higher education,
and she is killing
leadership
it,
and
y'all.
policy
She's killing it.
studies. Yes,
Killing it.
sir.
Killing it.
First time going to a HBCU. That's a whole different
Mhm.
experience, which is great. But yeah, just super excited to where I'm at. I did lose my job 5 months ago as well. That is a real thing. So again, when you see people, out here, making moves, a lot of times people don't know what's going on the back end,
Yes.
And that's a whole nother conversation. Feel like God been keeping us also to have a supportive husband and through these different situations that are always just like unexpected. Yeah, so I'm just blessed to be here and blessed to be on this ride with my husband. We are just super blessed, and it doesn't
Yes.
always mean money. Our life is so rich, and we've touched so many lives, and we have more lives to change and touch And God is just getting started with us. So I'm just excited to see where God take us. I'm excited for our future kids. People always ask us about that. People are so excited. We excited too. I'm saying. So that's one thing we both are looking forward to. Also,
100%. Yes.
having our little Koopas running around the crib.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
A little you, a little me. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, babe. Excellent, by
Absolutely.
the way. My story. Again, my name is Coop. For those who know, my name is Craig Cooper, Craig King Cooper. Um, from Landover, Maryland. Was born in Washington D.C. And it's a many. I have many titles, right? And with my journey as far as mental health, as far as surviving depression, surviving suicide ideations, the more I've been able to tell my story through others, through a podcast, through a
Mm-hmm.
magazine, or through my students, I realized where it came from.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, it came from um, being in a single parent household with just me and my mom. Shout out to my mom, who did an excellent job with me. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you, love you. I realized where it came from. I feel like I know for a fact that it came from when I was in fourth grade and being transitioned from a big classroom setting to another classroom setting to a smaller classroom setting and being labeled retarded by my teacher, right? And unfortunately, what happens with a lot of men, a lot of people in general, where a trauma happens, a setback happens, or a life event happens, or death happens, you have that stuck narrative that you believe about yourself. You have that stuck narrative that you think about yourself. And unfortunately for me, that followed me up until my early childhood, early teens, and early 20s. And to a point where I tried to unalive myself at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily for my mom, she saved my life and gave me the biggest hug in the world to the point where uh, when you're going through those moments and you're questioning God, why me? Why I gotta go through this? Why I gotta go through this pain? And when you realize I had to go through this pain to help the next person out, and I say this all the time. This is my favorite quote created by me. You go through what you go through, both of us, whoever's on this call also. You
Mm-hmm.
give thanks to God for bringing you out, and then you extend the hand to that next person to bring them out. I've been blessed to able to tell my story through podcasts. Been blessed to able to start my own podcast,
Yeah.
start my own men's group called United Kings Community Circle. We have done men groups. In Maryland, in Detroit, virtual groups that we have done. I've seen so many men like I really appreciate you for opening up and telling your story because
Yes.
I go through the exact same thing. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times when it comes with depression, it comes with suicide ideations, you feel like you're the only person that's going through that. You feel like you're the only person that's sad. Unfortunately, it's a lot of people going through it. And it's not just a black person thing, so not a white person thing or an Asian
Right.
thing. It's a lot of people suffering, especially now how things are going
Yeah, with
on,
everything that's going on in
everything
the
that's going
world.
on. So
Absolutely.
it led me to get really to having into fitness. Anybody who knows, who follows me on Instagram, up in the morning, and I realized that was my safe place.
Mm-hmm.
And joining martial arts, street combat, I was a green belt street combat. I remember going in there just to feel just a ball of anger, wanting to punch something, and I feel like that journey saved my life. If it wasn't for Dangerfield, shout out to everybody a part of that. Shout out to Tim and Dre because y'all started your own school. I'm super proud of y'all for that.
Yes.
And I realized that saved my life because I wanted to punch something. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be dead in jail, to be totally honest, just to able to have something where I have an outlet. And then I
Mm-hmm.
have another outlet. um, for those of you who don't know, I love professional wrestling, something I grew up on. My grandma got me into that. It's the All the Gold podcast with my homeboy Derek, who's going
Yes,
super successful.
sir.
We're like 1,500 subscribers right now.
Make sure
So
y'all
follow. And the thing about me and my beautiful wife, thank you for sharing that, by the way. We was going through depression and suicide ideation the exact same time.
Yeah, we was.
She was in a dorm room in college
Yeah, we
in
was.
2007 or 8, I think.
Yeah.
And I was in Maryland. We going through the exact same time. I really feel like God put us together not only to love each other, have kids and all that, which is great, by the way, but also change the world
Absolutely.
together and separate. So that's why we started Uplift Us.
Mm-hmm.
Uplift Us is just who we uplift, all individuals,
Mm-hmm.
men, women, young women, teenagers, older people,
Yep.
married couples, single people. And we uplift people. And
I'm
that's why
a,
we started it.
facts. I'm gonna piggyback on what you said about
Yes.
college. kind of glad you got into a little bit of your story. Get a little bit into to my story,
Yes.
just to you know bring it all together. So pretty much, in when I was in, so I said I used to dance since fifth grade,
Yeah.
and when I got in middle school, well, in high school, on Sister Park, I felt like I didn't see myself.
Mm.
I only saw light skinned dancers. I was like, dang, um, I can't do that because I don't look like that.
Mm.
I see myself dancing in music videos and on the stage, and when I tell you I could dance really good, like I, that's my
She
passion.
cold with it.
That's my passion.
Whole family can dance. It's crazy.
Passion. So I feel like I didn't
Yeah.
see myself in the media, and I also feel like there was some colorism stuff going on, within family dynamics. That I internalized those things and made that a part of my identity,
Mm.
and started to believe those things about me that I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I then went ahead and bought some cream to put on my skin to quote unquote even out my skin tone, and it caused light spots over my body. I don't know if that was the cause of it. I feel like it could have been. I haven't like got tested to see, but then it caused me. I ended up getting it's called tinea versicolor. It's just a skin condition that can go away. But at the time, I didn't know that that's what it was. And even like a lot of people I see on TikTok, they have the condition, and it's genetics. It just go away, come back. It's not nothing serious, but just
Yeah.
to be dark skinned and you see your light spots on your body, spreading all over. That's scary for a 16-year-old. And so I started to then internalize what I had did to myself, and started to hate myself for what I did to myself, not because of how I look, because of the action that I took that caused me to now have these light spots over my body. So I felt like nobody would not want to be around me because of my skin, and I was just kind of in my head about just the whole situation. I felt like nobody understood what I was going through. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody. I felt like people try to make a joke out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother would tease me, but not in a bad way. Just that was his way of joking with me. But also like that also was, I internalized those different things also, right? And I feel like my voice was silenced at a very young age, right? So there's a lot of different things that was going on in my head, that had stopped me. So I started to cover myself up, and it would take me hours to get out the house and putting on shorts and stuff like that. Like I would be in my head like, nope, okay, I can't go outside. Okay, no, okay, put this on shirt. Okay, wait, okay. I mean, it used to take me so many times to just step outside the house. And I know that he said he's experienced that also
Yes.
when he was going through what he went through as well. And so I had to really figure out what it meant to be mentally free, to be mentally free. And so when I talk about unlocking your freedom, that is a movement that I'm really passionate about with my consulting business. And I really had to. It took me 30 years to unlock my freedom, to unlock myself, to mentally be free from what other people think, free from my own thoughts, free and be able to fully be my full self, in my identity. So that was a real situation, and I was planning on committing suicide my sophomore year in college. I wrote a note to RA. They did not respond to this day, which is crazy. And I already was going, I already knew what I was going to do. But it was nothing but the voice of God that had stopped me from making that decision that night. And I'm just so thankful that I did not do that. So you see people going through things mentally, and you just never know what people are going through. But out of that experience, started to host retreats for women, just really safe spaces. Never had a safe space in my own family. Still don't have a safe space in my own family. So I then had to go out and create my own safe spaces. And so when you really get a taste of what it means to have a safe space, when you get a taste of peace, when you get a taste of people who genuinely rock with you, it's a different feeling. It's a different experience. And then the more you get that, the more you want to bask in that and be around that, which is which is a great thing. So again, I'm excited to just be able to continue to share pieces of our story. It's a lot to unpack for real. Just wanted to kind of give y'all a little synopsis of just some things that we've dealt with, and the purpose of God bringing us together, honestly, for Uplift Us. And yeah, I just feel like safe spaces are important.
Yeah, safe spaces are important. So speaking of a safe place, done we have done a number of things already with under Uplift Us.
Yes.
As we mentioned before, I was doing United Kings, Uplift Kings Community Circle, providing a safe place for men. My wife was doing United Queens, providing safe for women. What we did was merge everything together and create United Us, create Uplift Us.
Yeah.
So to the point where we started off with a vision board earlier this year, which was super successful.
Yeah.
And then we started off the safe place we created in May.
Yeah, we did a mental health series. We've done it before, but we did it this year under the Uplift Us initiative. We've done. We just recently did our meet and greets in our DMV chapter.
Powerful.
And we also have a Detroit chapter, which is dope. Also, you feel what I'm saying? So, we also are planning a town hall coming up to really talk about the current events that's going on in the world right now, and just to have safe space talk about the big beautiful bill. We want to make sure we are bringing folks in, and even us giving our expertise, information, resources to our community members, especially during this time. So this is not a moment, it's a movement.
Say that again.
It's not a moment, it's a movement. It's a movement.
It really is. And the exciting thing is the moments have just begun. So there'll be other moments, and we can't wait to bring you those moments. And you're more than welcome to be a part of our moments. And the great thing is that we created a safe place, because it's not a thing of we're teaching people. Of course, we do also offer a lot of events, but also it's a space of we're learning too.
Yeah, but we can just be ourselves. At the end of the day,
ourselves. That's what we're going to do.
We humans also.
Yes.
And I think sometimes people forget that. People will, that's why I tell people all the time, like, I don't want nobody to idolize me.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to try to be me. I want you to be the best you've ever been.
The best you, the best couple.
You know what I'm saying?
Us.
Like, I want you to be the best you've ever been. I want to help you unlock whatever it is that you feel stuck in. Let us help you push you to get to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing people win. I love seeing people get their aha moments. I love seeing people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing that. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that. We need more safe spaces. We need more to pour in our young people and what's going on. Oh, YNs. Are y'all really trying to understand who they are? And y'all calling them YNs?
Sure.
So y'all already labeling them, right? So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna act like YNs, right? So I just look forward to continue the conversation. To be honest, for real.
Definitely agree. I look forward to, because we look forward to continuing the conversation.
Yes.
And we also look forward to give you more glimpse of our story. We're going to approach this in a number of ways.
Yeah.
Continuing to give you our backstory together and separate, the things we've been through, the things we have seen, and sometimes the things we're currently going through, the things we're currently learning, and the things we learn from each other. Yeah. Also, so that's why we're excited, because we can motivate in multiple ways, and that's why it's super exciting. Definitely super exciting.
So we're gonna have guests on here also. We're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be making stuff. I mean, we're gonna be doing all types of fun stuff on here. Okay, like that's what we're gonna be doing. Period. So you may catch us in Detroit setting up, with a back screen. We may, be out here somewhere setting up outside or whatever, interviewing. We gonna be whatever. Like, this ain't just like one way of doing it. We're gonna be super creative and just have some other ideas that we want to do. So yes, sir.
Again, if you watch this for the first time, thank you so much. If you watching this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, share it to your friends, share it to your family, share it to your students. Share it to anybody. If you watch this on Spotify for the first time, thank you. Hello.
Yeah.
So again, this we will be consistent with this.
Yep.
We'll give you a lots of great content, and we're just having fun and being us. So
Mm-hmm.
we're just being us, and that's what we're so excited about this.
Absolutely. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. We're gonna make sure we drop everything.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, I do want to bring back the strawberry letters. I thought that was so dope. People kind of either call in or they can send us a scenario. We can answer it live for anonymous.
Okay.
I think that'd be dope.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Let's
Just
do that.
to, because some people they may have questions and they may not feel comfortable with, whatever. Like y'all can either email us anonymously and send in a question, but you want us to respond to or answer a situation. Want to help y'all process. We can actually put that on our schedule and have time for that. So
Let's do
we'll
it.
figure out what to call it though. So.
Yes. Let's do it, y'all. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Tune in for the next episode, and
Yes.
we'll see y'all soon.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Are you just learning? Hold on.